Okay, here's a depressing statistic, literally. The risk of clinical depression in first-year retirees increases 40% over the general population. In addition, acceleration of cognitive decline has been seen in a study conducted by the University of St. Andrews in Scotland on U.S. workers aged 55 to 75. They found that workers who retired early experienced what's called accelerated cognitive decline. This is evidence of the reality of the use it or lose it principle. In this second episode of our four-part series, Designing Your Third Act, I'm going to show you how applying the process of self-expansion can ward off all those terrible outcomes and give you a rewarding third act that you're looking for. Let's get to it. Self-expansion is the desire to enhance an individual's potential efficacy. Efficacy in what? In your belief that you are competent and can achieve specific goals. Self-expansion is the process of you growing into something greater than you are today. It's personal growth, to put it in the vernacular. Now, there are multiple ways we can employ self-expansion. One of the simplest ways is to challenge ourselves by taking up some new project. That might mean starting a new business, writing a book, or taking on a new skill like, fly fishing. Starting a new project also gets the creative gene flowing. So what's the challenge that you want to take up? Another way to employ self-expansion, and a popular one with third actors, is to travel. Now, I'm not talking about the Club Med, relaxing type of travel where you're on a beach sipping Mai Tais. We'll get to that in our video on self-enjoyment. But rather, I'm talking about the type of travel that gets us out of our comfort zone and exposes us to new things like new cultures, languages, lifestyles, and habitats. Hiking the Appalachian Trail or doing the 500-mile El Camino de Santiago in Spain. What we're after here is a challenge to our current experiences and skill set. Of course, actually taking up some new study is a great way to self-expand. There are three approaches here: accredited, unaccredited, and online study. For example, maybe this is the time to get that degree you always wanted. It's not too late. My wife, a home educator through most of her adult life, decided that she wanted to get her master's degree in education at 62, and did. She's now continuing to educate more kids through the school system as well as private tutoring, utilizing all her new skills. I've known others in their 50s and 60s who have gone back and completed that degree that they left undone in their 20s and 30s to great self-satisfaction. Some opening new doors to encore careers that's brought them a lot of self-fulfillment. Another approach to taking on a new study is going the unaccredited route. If getting that sheepskin doesn't excite you, but acquiring the knowledge does, then auditing courses is probably a good fit for you. Without matriculating into a degree program, many junior colleges and universities will allow you to sit in on a course and learn as much as you want. On the less formal end of the education spectrum, you can find any number of book clubs that focus on a specific area of interest to you that will advance your understanding of the subject while having the added benefit of connecting you with others who are interested in the same subject. Finally, there's a vast world of online courses out there that for a fee you could join within minutes. And if taking a multimodal, assignment-rich course isn't for you, there's a ton of what's commonly called master classes out there, which are basically just lectures given by some expert in the field, many times by folks that you and I both know in the entertainment, in the arts, and technology fields, names that are common to us all. What a great way to self-expand. I'll leave a link in the show notes for some of those classes below. But enough of the various forms of education. Another way to self-expand is to take up some new practices. It's pretty common these days for third actors to get into yoga or meditation. Practices like these have the added benefit of bringing balance into our physical and spiritual selves, something that we probably could have used a little bit more of in our first and second acts. Another benefit of these types of practices is that they themselves engender a study of the practice itself, bringing us into new worlds, cultures, and belief systems, all self-expansive. And of course, many third actors choose to self-expand by taking up some practice in the arts, like that painting course they've always wanted to take, or picking up a musical instrument they've always wanted to play, or even trying their hand at acting by joining the local theater troupe. All of these activities bring new worlds to us and involve us in like-minded people, expanding our network of relationships. That's always a good thing in your third act. Of the 4 processes we're talking about in this series, self-discovery, self-expansion, self-enjoyment, and self-care, self-expansion is the one that takes the most effort but has the ability to deliver the most rewards. Many third actors use the various activities we've talked about here to start an encore career, which is the career after your career, often involving a passion project or a business that you've always wanted to get your hands into, but your primary career didn't really allow for. Now, if that's you, I've got some resources listed in the show notes below that you might find helpful. Just click on the words "Show More" under the video. Next week, we'll take a look at self-enjoyment as a process in which we intentionally learn how to enjoy who we are and what we've become in this tremendous season of our third act. Until then, I'm Paul Bichotte. Thanks for watching.